guys, and welcome back. Alright, so today I'm here with Kyle, and what we're gonna do today, we're gonna add the DHCP feature to a server. Alright, so once again, just a little recap. What we're working with, Oracle VirtualBox, which is virtualization, and we have installed three softwares, one being Windows Server 2016, and the clients would be 2011 and 2010, sorry, and 2011. Yeah, that's correct. All right, so let's get into it. I've already boot up the Windows Server operating system, and by default we have this window which opens up Server Manager. Right, for any reason this window doesn't open up, I'll just close it, and we can always select it from hitting the start key and hit on Server Manager. Alright, so when this opens up, we're just gonna add another role to the server. We're gonna click on Manage, Add Roles and Features. Alright, this will give you a wizard would come up. You click Next. Role-based, feature-based installation. This is the setting that we're gonna go with. Hit Next. Right, and we already had from the previous videos, we've already installed a domain which was chop shop testing, and it has its own IP address. Right, we're going to click Next, and here's where now we're going to select DHCP server feature on that. So this window is also going to pop up, right, telling us that we want to install the DHCP server. We're just going to click Add Feature. Right, it's already checked, and we're going to click Next. Right, and we just going ahead, make sure everything is, just double checking what is also checked, and hit Next. Right, it's just going to tell you what the DHCP is. So it's a dynamic host configuration protocol, which allows the server to assign IP address to clients and other devices attached to the server itself on the network. Alright, we're going to click Next. Alright, it's recommended that we check this, restart this destination server automatically if required, as any major installation whilst using an operating system, it's recommended that we restart the system so that the settings could be effective. Right, so we're going to check this box. Right, click Yes, and hit Install. Alright, and the installation process will start. So the installation has just completed. Alright, we're going to close. Alright, and it's not just completed yet. We have a notification. Alright, it's going to post the deployment of that DHCP configuration. We're going to click on Complete DHCP configuration. Right, because we need to configure the DHCP. Alright, so it's basically asking us to security groups. We're going to allow the admin and users to which would be the targets for this computer. We're going to click Next. We're going to leave the domain that we created as the admin credentials. Alright, and we're going to click Commit. Alright, and it's going to create not create, sorry, but it's asking us to reboot, and we're going to click Close. Right, and that's it for DHCP. We're going to now just go on DHCP, and we're going to go on this server itself. Alright, we're going to right click on Windows Server. Right, that's the name of this server, Windows Server. We're going to right click on it and DHCP Manager. Alright, so as you notice, the feature DHCP came as part of one of the roles and functions that we installed on which we added to the server. I'm trying to maximize this screen. Alright, so this is the DHCP manager that we're in right now, and Windows Server is the name of the system. So when we click on this, we're going to go on IP version 4. We're not using version 6, we're going to go on version 4. Alright, and we are trying to add a scope to the IP version 4. Right, so add scope, we just go across to more actions, and we're going to select this feature where it marks new scope. Alright, and this new scope wizard is going to open up, and we're just going to follow through with what it's asking for and the basic requirements of this scope. We hit next. We're going to give this scope a name now. Alright, I'm just going to give it ready mode. Alright, description would be general pool of IPs. Alright, hit next. Alright, so this is critical now, whereby we want to assign a specific IP and address that we want to start and end what we're going to use the IP address for. Right, so I'm just going to come up with some random IP address just for educational purpose of this video. Sorry, this is going to be 1. I want to put 1. So we're going to start it at 1. Alright, and we're going to end this IP address at let's see, 150. Alright, and that's pretty much it. Just go back just to make sure the settings right. Click next. Alright, so add exclusions and delay. We don't need to assign an IP address for this. Basically, this is like for a dedicated IP that we don't want to be part of the pool. Say for instance, between the 1 and 150, we want a specific IP address to, say, for a router or any specific device or printer, whatnot, and we want it to remain static. We can add an exclusion to this feature here. So we're just gonna leave this blank for now because we're just gonna trying to get the DHCP up and running. Right, duration now, it's whereby how long the lease time for the IP address. So the DHCP address normally has a time slot, a lease time, so that, say for instance, one client A is granted a permission to use an IP address from a DHCP server. It would also come with a specific time, right? And this feature here right now is whereby we would set the specific time. We could change it by days, hours, and minutes, right? But we're gonna leave it to 5 days, right? That's how long the lease time would be for an IP address until it's go back into the pool and a new IP address is issued. All right, we're gonna hit next, right? And this is basically telling you that you want to configure the DHCP options. Alright, for the new scope, it's asking to confirm, and we're going to hit yes, click next. Right, though the default router, we do have a default router, so we're going to leave this blank. A default router is basically access to another network. Right, so we're just going to leave this blank for now. We're going to also leave the DNS as the domain name, which is the chopchoptesting.com. That's the domain name. Alright, and we're going to hit next. Alright, we're going to leave the Win server blank also. Alright, and we hit next. Alright, and it's asking now if you want to activate this scope that we just created. Hit next. And click finish. Alright. So we're going to reboot the system. Alright, we're going to reboot the Windows, sorry, the server rather. Alright, restart. I'm going to do a plan rebooting. Click continue, and we're going to restart the server. Okay, right, so the system has rebooted. All right, I'm just gonna log into it now. All right, and this is pretty much the completed installation of DHCP added feature to this server. Right, so what basically the DHCP server does, it keeps track of the IP addresses that are loaned, right? The time that is the lease time it's loaned for, and it also keep track of what MAC address is used with respect to that loaned out IP address. All right, so in order for you to connect, just enable the clients that you enable the DHCP feature as well to the clients, and that's pretty much about it. So thank you so much, guys, for